2:23. We're back on New Jersey today on the New Talk Radio WCTC. The Tuesday Tunes at 2, and just a little sample for our special in-studio guests who are going to be here with us until 3 o'clock. I want to introduce you to the guys, and boy, this band is going to be just something special. I'm talking about South Street Exile, who are here, and that's a little sample of some music from them. First, let me introduce drummer and singer John Caretta is here. John, right? Good to see you.
How you doing, Bert?
I'm doing well, and you're joined by Ron Banis,
Yep.
guitarist from the band South Street Exile.
Yep.
Welcome, guys.
Absolutely.
Good to see you.
You too.
Talk about that track we just heard. What's that song called? And give us some details.
Living on the
of it.
Edge.
Yeah.
It's called Living on the Edge. It's more or less about staying away from drugs, staying away from things that you want to not get into.
Okay.
Has a little bit of soul feeling to it. Stuff that we're doing, we're trying to always making, when we record, we want to make sure that it's really eclectic. And that's just like one of the tunes from the new CD that we're going to put out.
Nice. Okay. I was gonna say that's an edgy tune, but it's got kind of a positive message to it, right?
It does, absolutely.
You guys kind of trend that way with your writing, or?
Well, I think you should. In today's
Wow,
environment,
okay.
you need to,
That's
you need
refreshing.
to be very positive.
Yeah. Most of the songs are, going the other way. So you guys
Sure.
are kind of going in the positive direction.
Absolutely.
I apprate that, man. Good stuff
Thank
for you
you.
guys. You guys collaboratively do the writing, or you have a main writer, or how does that work?
Right now,
Yeah.
a lot of stuff I'm doing.
Okay.
But everybody's trying to add in a little bit something to it at the same time.
Yeah,
Nice.
when we start breaking it down musically, we all collaborate together
Okay.
and then see what goes
We
on.
usually bring like an idea into the
Yeah.
studio, and then from there we just work on it.
Nice. Now, South Street Exile, it's a three-man band, right? It's a power trio, right?
Correct.
Who is your other guy that couldn't be with us today, but who else is in the band?
It's Robert Tolentino.
Mm-hmm.
He's the bass player.
Okay.
And I've known Rob a long time. I've worked with him, and I've also done a couple other projects with him as well. So I brought him along. We met Ron actually through Craigslist.
Oh, wow.
He was looking for a drummer and bassist, and
Okay.
I saw the ad and
We hooked up.
hooked up.
Do,
And
do a lot of artists do that when they're looking to recruit members? Because it used to in that Aquarian Weekly,
Right.
used to be that newspaper, guitarists wanted, and it was sort of
Yeah.
like, now the artists are using Craigslist and the internet and social media to recruit members, yeah?
yeah,
Wow.
it's big. There's a lot out there and a lot of people, but we're fortunate to hook up with Ron, and I think the first time we got together and met and we heard each other, we was like, this is gonna
It's
work.
going to work.
Man,
Right.
sometimes you just like hit it right off, right?
Exactly.
Wow.
Yes.
Yep.
Cool stuff. The guys from South Street Exile are here. You want to give a call and say hello, or maybe you're familiar with their music, 732-545-9282 or 1-888-545-9282. Talk about influences. So you guys are a power trio right away. I think Emerson, Lake and Palmer. I think Stevie Ray and Double Trouble. I think about the great power trios. Is that you guys kind of grew up listening to, or?
Well, growing up, everybody used to listen to Jeff Beck or Eric Clapton or Jimmy Page and Zeppelin and the Rolling Stones. So that's a lot of our influence right now. Those are the people that we're listening to. Also, you have to think about people that influence them that we're listening to right now, such as Buddy Guy, right, or B.B. King.
Goes back even to
So,
the previous
of
generation,
course,
Muddy Waters and that kind
Picking
of
up an old
crowd,
album
right?
by Elmore James and listening to something like that.
Man, yeah, good stuff. How about for you? Who'd you grow up listening to?
Same Zeppelin, and I also went the heavy metal route for a while. AC/DC.
Yeah?
and,
Okay.
Oh, I love AC/DC,
Metallica, stuff
yeah.
like that. I also listen to a little, the other music, Sublime, a little bit of ska and stuff.
Okay.
I'm into everything. He also played a little bit of jazz and stuff, but with new ideas. Don't want to always keep with that same beat or something. So you would try to do something a little different. So I try to keep as many influences as possible, different styles. So I don't shy away from playing any type of style.
Okay, so that's cool. It sounds like you guys' versatility. You're not really kind of pigeonholed into being, they're an XYZ kind of band. You guys do a bunch of different things, so.
Yes.
Cool,
Yes,
okay.
yes.
You mentioned earlier about you got some new music coming up later this year, right? You guys are working on a disc or working on an album?
We're working on a CD right now.
Okay.
We have 2 songs finished already, and we're working on some more.
Okay.
Right.
How's the process been for this? About what you expected? A little more challenging than you guys thought to actually put it on a recording?
No, it's easy.
Really?
It's just
Yeah?
to be able to go into the recording studio, and we're already set. Everybody knows their parts. It's just pretty seamless.
You guys producing this yourself, or do you have somebody producing for
We're
you?
doing it ourselves.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you find yourself, and a lot of times I talk to folks who are, going into the studio, they just automatically overthink everything. Like, well, this needs this, or that needs that. Do you guys try to keep everything nice and simple, or?
Well, with the last recordings that we did, we do it live. So everything's like pretty basic. So we have the basis to add on to anything that we need to add on to. And that's
Okay.
usually just some vocals and maybe a little guitar in the background. But everything else is basically live.
So oftentimes it's not just getting buried in overdubs and stuff. You guys
We'd
try
rather
to
not.
keep it nice and clean and
Yeah.
a nice,
Rather not.
clear message.
Yeah,
Okay.
we have to play it out.
Yeah.
So we don't want to overdo it on the CD.
Right,
Because when
right.
you play it out, you want to be able to sound pretty close.
I see a lot of bands doing that too, because they want the live and the recorded stuff to be kind of close. I mean, because oftentimes you'll buy a piece of music, and when the band does it live, it's not the same. It just doesn't kind of match up. But with you guys, you kind of know what you're getting. So
Yeah, and I think we keep ourselves in check as well. We try to sit there and say, he'll tell me, don't try to overthink. Don't get too crazy, and we do the same, and that's what works out pretty well with everything.
Cool.
It is a whole group decision on when we do things,
mhm.
so it's not just one person, no egos and stuff. So.
Cool. Individually, I know you guys are a pretty new band here, South Street Exile, but individually, how long you guys been at this? For you, we'll
For
try to
me,
get started. Yeah.
A long
Long
time.
time.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
through grade school, band in high school,
Mhm.
then bands afterwards, playing in. When I went back, I did stop for a little while with my daughter getting through all her sports and everything.
Sure.
And then I went back into it again, and that's when I hooked up with Ron. But I played out with other bands in
Cool.
the area.
Okay. How about you, Ron? How about for you?
I have to tell you, I used to play until I was about 19 years old, stopped playing. And just the past 7 years ago, I picked up the guitar again and said, I want to do this. And that's it.
Wow. How many times have we heard that same story on Tuesday Tunes at 2?
About what? Which story?
About just picking up a guitar
Yeah,
or
you
an
know.
instrument after all these years, and once you hit that magic number, which we're not going to say right now. I mean, I've known John for a very long time,
Yeah.
and he's been playing
Yeah.
everywhere.
And we actually played at that birthday party.
Yes,
For
which
that-
was a 50th birthday
Birthday
party
party.
of one of
Yes.
my friends.
That's
That's right,
Okay.
yes.
When he was older than both of us.
That's
so
right.
mine.
He was way
a
older.
a few years
I
ago.
I got to get you to dust off that keyboard and
That's
come
right.
back out again and play.
Yeah. how
Okay,
about
yeah,
that?
I'm gonna.
Okay.
I know he's after me.
Wow,
And,
all
yeah,
right.
he's one of the guys I told you. He said he's after me to bring that keyboard
about
out, and
that?
they invited me on Thursday, so I just might come next Thursday.
That's it.
Okay.
So
Looking
I might be
forward
in
to
one
it.
of the bands here. on
You
the
never
show.
know. Hey,
That's it.
just keep something right now.
Thanks, guys.
John Caretta, the drummer and singer, I was always kind of fascinated by that combination. You think about the Don Henleys of the world that are just brilliant drummers, but boy, vocally they can get it done. Mechanically, doing it live, singing lead and drumming at the same time, challenging, right? Can it be?
Yeah, very.
Yeah.
I mean, also Ron does a lot of the singing.
Yeah.
So there are a couple songs I sing, but it is very challenging. And there are some songs that I cannot sing at all.
Okay.
It just doesn't work. And that's when I look over towards Ron and say, hey, you have to do this one because I just can't.
It's tougher than people think, right? Some of the good ones make it look too easy
Yeah.
sometimes,
They do.
right?
Yeah, they make it way too easy. It is
Okay.
tough. It is difficult. Doing the backup vocals,
Mhm.
not so bad, but
Okay.
when you're trying to express yourself with the drum, and if you hear some of our music, I'm trying to do a lot, so trying to sing at the same time makes it quite difficult.
I'm sure,
Yeah.
okay.
He's
Well,
very good.
oh, I believe it.
Yeah.
We're going to find out in just a second. So we got Ron with his guitar. We got John bringing some bongos in. I don't think we've ever had
That's right.
bongos on the Tuesday Tunes at 2, but hey, this is
It's always
this
the
is
first
gonna be
time,
cool, yeah.
right?
Which song you guys want to do for us, and tell us about the tune you're going to do?
The tune is called Maybe So, and it was written mainly to have people understand what life is today and the economy and how people are suffering, and then maybe we can all lift up and get it together and go forward.
Okay, we'll turn it over to you guys. South Street Exile on the Tuesday Tunes at 2. It's all yours.
Well, I'm walking down the city streets, and a man comes up to me, and he says, hey boy, won't you give me
don't know.
Nice. Wow, beautiful.
Thank
Good
you.
stuff right there.
Wow,
South
that
Street
was
Exile.
humongous.
Man, how about that? All right.
That
Good
was
stuff for you
fun,
guys,
John.
man.
Great.
South Street Exile doing their thing here in the Tuesday Tunes at 2. Questions or comments for them, give us a call, 732-545-9282 or 1-888-545-9282. We'll come back. We'll spend some more time with the guys in South Street Exile. We've got our trivia contest coming up as well. And lots more here on a very special Tuesday. It is the Tuesday Tunes at 2 on New Jersey Today on the New Talk Radio WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey. Good job, guys.